It's your daily dose of Donna, and I am live and in studio today. I am so excited because I have some of my favorite people on the internet today. And if you are in the YouTube land, or maybe not just on YouTube, also in the podcast land, you know them because they are known as some of the biggest dragons on the internet. The biggest. And I'm not talking about Taylor and Ryan. I am talking about Zack, Peter, and Lauren. I can't say your last name from the court of random opinion.
My last name is Neidigh.
Neidigh.
Yeah.
I always want to say Neidigh.
Please don't.
Well, that's how it's spelled.
Well, and
I know.
Andy calls you Lethal Lauren, so I just started calling her Lethal Lauren because that's her handle.
That's
right?
easier
You're Lethal
to...
Lauren.
You
Lethal
guys,
Lauren.
Lethal Lauren.
welcome to Daily
Lethal
Dose of
Lauren.
Donna in person. You're real.
True. Yeah.
You know I'm real. You see me all the time.
Well, yes, you're not just a figment of our imagination.
No.
You're real. But Lauren, in the flesh.
Yeah.
You came all the way to Los Angeles for this.
Totally. Absolutely.
You've traveled all across the world just to meet us. How is that going?
I mean, I don't think I went that far, but it's good so far.
You
I'm good with
travel
that.
a lot.
I do, yeah.
For fun?
Fun
Hose in every zip
work.
code?
No hose. Thank you. No hose right now. Yeah, no. We're gonna pass on that. But I do editing for something called WentworthCon. Wentworth is my favorite TV show, so I do show reels for the actresses when they come on the stage, and so I go to those, which is like all over the States, and then they do a couple in Australia. Then we're gonna do one in Europe in October, so I'm gonna go do that. So
Fun.
That's your job?
no, actually, no. I'm in school for it, but that's not my job.
Wait. Okay, so you edit for fun.
Mhm.
Wow, I didn't know that. But you have a job also.
Yep.
But do we not talk about the job?
I mean, it's just boring.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
you've talked about it like publicly what you do.
Yeah, sure.
Is it like IT tech?
She
stuff?
drives the misogyny slop train that's taking down Blake Lively.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, and she's hired
I'm the
us.
slop coordinator. Yeah.
You are the coordinator of all the slop. Yes. How does it feel to be a misogynist?
Oh God, I don't know. I guess I've been one my whole life. I just had no idea.
So wait, no, seriously, what you have like just a computer job, like
Yeah.
because that's why you're always available to like get the filings.
Yep. I got a little brick that I carry around with me wherever I travel, and I can do my work from it. So,
A brick.
like a little computer, it's just like a square. I just plug it into a screen wherever I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Uh huh.
I always wonder how these people pull their shit together so easily. I never know how to do it. I just bring a mic and then hope for the best.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because Lauren is like, here's our secret. Zack and I have this one doser. Shout out
Oh, yeah.
Nikki. Nikki is she's our legal correspondent.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I think
I think you're
Mrs. Busted Can of Biscuits?
I'm on your
She's on
email
the email
chain.
to her and
Oh, yeah.
Elsie. They're all on the email thread.
Shirsty and
Oh, yeah.
I think Be Better
I
is
think
on
we're
there
the
too.
only two
Oh,
that pay attention
yeah.
now.
Well, she also DMs us.
Yes.
Every time there is a legal update with the Blake Lively Justin Baldoni case, we immediately get a DM from her. Thank God for her, because I don't check Court Listener. I don't
Yeah.
check Pacer. I'm not a legal I don't speak legalese.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
Ish.
I've gotten better at it.
We don't suck. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
well,
what it
hello.
is.
We're always answering your questions in our group text. Donna's like, what happened? What does this mean? And we're always like explaining it to her in toddler terms about what's going on. And then 2 minutes later, she's like, hey guys, Daily Dose of Donna here. And then she's reading our text messages on Instagram as if they're her own words.
Well, listen, I like to take our sources and create content out of it. I'll tell you something. Let's go back in time. Why did you guys and how did you guys get into covering? I mean, I know Zack's story so well, so I'm curious from both of you though, but Lauren specifically, like why the Blake Lively case? Why did this jump out?
Oh, I liked her. I mean, I liked her movies. I liked Ryan's movies.
You were a fan.
What
I'm
was
like
your
a fan,
favorite
fan,
Blake
but
Lively movie?
The
Name
one with
one.
the shark.
Sharknado?
Oh,
No,
she
not
played-
Sharknado.
She played the girl that got eaten by the shark.
No. She survived. What are you
But she
talking
lost
about?
a leg or something, right?
No, she just got bit a little bit.
Jaws?
A little bit? I thought she lost a limb.
I think it's called The Shallows.
Yeah.
Was it called The Shallows?
Oh, I'm thinking Jaws.
No.
I don't think she's old enough to be in Jaws. What?
Okay, so Blake Lively got eaten by a shark in a movie, and that was your favorite movie.
You know,
She's
that's
like-
actually a better plot.
Yeah,
so
she's
we'll go
like,
with that.
I want to eat her next. No.
Yeah.
Zachary. Okay, so that you were a fan of Blake Lively
Mm-hmm.
and Ryan Reynolds. You like Deadpool.
Oh yeah, I love Deadpool.
Now, when you watched this last Deadpool, did you know that Justin Baldoni was a character
Nope.
that was being made fun of?
No, of course not. That's completely random.
Did you even know who he was?
I did. I watched Jane the Virgin. So.
I never knew.
No, I had
about
an
him.
ex-girlfriend that made me watch Jane the Virgin. So, yeah.
So you were a fan of theirs. The story comes out about the movie It Ends With Us.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, Blake Lively.
Is a bitch.
I mean, that's not exactly the trajectory I was on.
Oh.
We're getting there, I feel like.
Her director is not in any of the photos with her. Are you immediately saying, my poor sweet Blakey?
I wasn't even paying attention to that. I didn't watch the movie until after all this stuff came out, so
But what were you...
I don't know anything about the movie.
So, but last August when all of this started happening, my spidey senses went up and said, something is afoot. Something is fishy.
I don't think I
Nothing
ever
with
thought
you?
about it. No, I never thought about it. It was just like wasn't that interesting to me. I saw some posts on Reddit and I was like, oh, okay.
What was your content at that time? Were
Yeah.
you doing YouTube? Because
Clayton's case.
oh yeah,
I don't know if
Okay.
you're gonna talk to him about that at all, or if you're just talking about Perfect Match on.
we're doing a little bit of Perfect Match, and Andy is apparently a big fan, so we're going to be grilling him about
Oh, really?
Bachelor.
Okay. Yeah.
He's
Wait,
like
wait,
briefing me.
because okay, so this is a good moment to bring it up that your show, because you guys, everyone, if you haven't bought tickets to Zack's Activated tour, say the date.
This Friday I'll be in Dallas, and then this Sunday we'll be in Phoenix with Andy Signor from Popcorn Planet. Lauren's going to be in it. We have Tilted Lawyer, and then we have Clayton Echard from The Bachelor.
So Clayton was originally on The Bachelor, and then he has gotten famous since because of this crazy. I mean, I hate to say gotten famous, but he's gotten a little fame because of this case that he was involved in.
He was on The Bachelor. He was a
know.
bachelor, and he was like, from what Andy taught me, he was like one of the most notorious bachelors because there was like 3 ladies that he slept with all of them, but not at the same
Oh
time.
God, no! And he slept with 2 of them.
Oh, not all 3?
No, he was. He liked the one that he didn't sleep with, and I'm sorry, Clayton. I'm sorry. He liked the one that he didn't sleep with, and then he like
Is that
decided.
Gabby?
No.
No, Gabby.
No,
That was the
no,
one
no.
he didn't
Gabby,
sleep
Yeah.
Gabby was on The Traitors, and apparently she ripped him to shreds on the show.
Yeah, she did.
No,
And now
not
she's a
on
lesbian.
the show.
No, she did on the show. Yeah.
She did on the show.
Yeah.
Not on the Traitors.
Not on The Traitors.
On The Bachelor,
on
but
The
then she
Bachelor.
ripped him a new one after the show on Las Culturistas.
No, wasn't it? Didn't he talk some shit about her too?
After
So she started that.
she threw the first punch. I
Right.
remember watching that.
Well, because she's a lesbian now.
I mean, I can't sympathize if she's gonna be rude to my boy. I'm sorry. Like, just don't do that. You know.
I mean, we'll get into that story. It's because he dances. She's very anti.
she really hates the dancing.
She really made fun of his dancing, and I think that's so mean. I was a big Gabby fan, but I didn't like the fact that she was making so much fun of the way he dances.
Because she thinks that everybody likes her now after The Traitors, so she just thinks
she
she
was-
can do and say whatever she
She
wants.
was hysterical in The Traitors.
No, here's the thing: what happened with The Traitors? They got rid of all the good people, so we fell in love with the not that interesting people. Like, if you really think about it, Dylan Efron is boring as shit. He's pretty, but he's
gorgeous.
so boring, and nobody would give a shit about him if they didn't get rid of Dorinda and Ayan and like all the big like personalities on The Traitors. Dylan would have faded into the background, you know? Nobody
As
would have
most
really
hot
cared.
people do.
Yeah, and nobody would have really cared about Gabby. She would have thrown a funny little one-liner here or there. She would have been a meme, but outside of that, like, nobody would have really cared. But because there was nobody else to watch, that's why people fell in love with Tom Sandoval and his singing again, because they had to give him 8 minutes of singing time because they
sorry.
had nothing else.
Are
I feel like
you
this really
saying?
affected you?
It really did.
Are you saying publicly that Tom Sandoval and his singing the doll songs on the phone was not one of the most comedy gold moments in reality TV
Because
history?
there
I
was-
rewatched it 6 times.
Because there was nothing else. They wouldn't have given him that much airtime if there were other personalities on the show. They would have dominated the show. You're ask Lance. Lance knows he's in this world.
Lance, that was a very hot take, and this is a big
God.
lie. Lance, that was a funny moment with Tom.
It was good, but it wouldn't have been the moment that it was if there weren't any other people there that were boring.
I don't know.
But that was his answer. That was such a. I don't know.
You know why? Because he doesn't want to disagree with his wife.
He's like Ryan Reynolds.
Oh God.
He's my own Ryan.
That's not a flex.
He's your dragon.
Whoa.
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
He doesn't even remember.
I'm a deer
See?
in headlights.
That's how memorable the moment was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See? That's how
Tom
memorable it was.
Sandoval was on the last season of The Traitors, and he had that really funny scene where he had to take what they were singing, and he had to sing it into the phone to the other people. It was a challenge.
Yes.
It was hysterical. We were dying of laughter.
It was really funny, but it wouldn't have been a moment if all the other interesting people didn't get eliminated early on.
Like this.
Some people wait a life.
So Clayton, you
What
start.
the fuck are you guys talking about?
Clayton.
So when you,
All right.
but why did Clayton jump out at you? What were
She
you
thought
doing?
it was hot.
What?
What were you talking about?
What? Hold on. What? Okay, good.
What were you talking about before Clayton?
I was making Fortnite clips. Not good ones. Not good ones.
That's a video game, right?
Yeah.
You were like playing.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Oh my god.
you were like playing video games and recording yourself and be like, "Look out, motherfucker!" Like, is that what you were
That's
doing?
absolutely what I was doing.
Really?
That's what
You
my
were
kids-
a gamer.
That's
Isn't
what
that
my
Twitch?
kids do.
Yeah, but they're
Twitch.
probably better than me.
Were you on Twitch? Is that what they
Yes,
do?
I was
Okay.
on Twitch. Okay.
I
I was
don't.
on Twitch. I am on Twitch.
You went from Twitch to Clayton to Blake Lively.
Yeah, I did, dude. It was a very weird trajectory. I never meant to do this. I don't know how I'm here right now.
This is really weird. Lauren, I'm dying.
Everything about my life is very weird. It's not. I don't have a plan. I just say yes to things, and here we are. So.
But this is so amazing. So Clayton jumps out of nowhere, but why him? Like, what about his story got you?
Actually, so Clayton, before he went on The Bachelor, when he was doing like promo and stuff like that, he was doing the Bachelorette reunion show. They had him come out and like read mean tweets about himself. I don't know if you saw that or if you guys
No.
watched that at all.
I
Okay.
remember this.
Okay, yes, okay. So he did that. And then actually, I had like the worst date of my entire life a little while before I started covering his case. And this chick, like, I'm in my 30s, and this chick was like tweeting about me with her friends. And I was like, this is so mean. And so I reached out to him and I was like, hey man, I really like how you handled yourself and how you did all that. Like, how do you like kind of deal with this? Because I feel like this is like the worst thing ever right now. And he got back to me with like a really heartfelt personal message, and it was super nice, and I just like always supported him since then. So
And you guys are friends now.
yeah, I mean we did an interview like a month ago, last time I was here when I was in Omar's office, so we did an interview and it was cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again. So
That's so nice. Well, I'm sure he really appreciates you covering his case because he needed people like you and all the creators that were kind of taking his side as he was falsely accused of all that shit.
sure, yeah, absolutely.
And then something about his story probably aligned with Justin's.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. It's very very different though at the same time. So
Yeah.
nobody's been accused of impregnating anyone in this setting.
Yet.
So it's a little different. Yeah, there's that.
There's
How do you
always time.
falsely accuse somebody of impregnating you? Because like you can very easily dispute that with a paternity test. No.
Oh, so they did multiple paternity tests, and they came back little to no fetal DNA, which they can't tell you, no, not pregnant for sure. So she got to abuse the court system all the way through because of it.
So that's the similarity.
So it'll
is
tell you,
abusing
like,
the
you're
court
the father, or
system.
you're not the father, really, but they can't tell you outright, you're not pregnant, was the thing, so.
Sounds like a case for Maury Povich.
Where is Maury?
I don't know.
Is he the one that's married to Connie Chung?
Yeah. Right.
Look at me like I have any
Or
idea.
that's Phil Donahue.
Dr. Phil.
Are you guys okay? Why is
I-
everyone just looking at me weird?
Because I have no idea who you're talking about. Well, I know who Maury Povich is, but...
Maury
Yeah.
Povich is married to Connie Chung.
Okay, Maury, is Phil Donahue alive?
No.
These are good questions for our producer.
I don't know who that is.
No, come on.
I don't know who that is. If you show me a picture, I
I'm
probably do.
44. You guys are?
32.
Shit.
32.
Shit. I've never felt so old.
Died last year.
Oh.
Told you he was dead.
Well, that's a bummer.
Day after my birthday last year.
Oh, happy birthday, Lance.
Last year.
Last year. So,
Such a sad.
You get one last day with...
yeah, it was you and Phil had that moment together. So, okay, where we are right now, today I woke up, I mean, obviously it's Wednesday when we're recording this. I woke up triggered by, Blakey and her friends.
What now?
Well, just because I...
That's my question, too.
What?
What happened this
now?
time? It's
Well, I
something
mean,
new
we
every
all
day.
get triggered by them once in a while.
Donna gets the most triggered. And she gets the most triggered, and then she fires me up because she's like, "Did you see this? Did you see that?" And then
Always
I
get
go and
blamed.
read it and watch the video. I'm like, "Why the fuck did she send me it?" Now I'm pissed off, and I don't want to be pissed off
I'm
about
looking up
this.
the paragraphs. Like, what the fuck
I
just
don't give a
happened?
shit about ex-patriarch
Why are
and
you bringing him up?
Googe. She blocked me.
You know
Who?
what?
Googe.
Poor Googe, I love
Who the hell is
Googe.
that?
Nobody.
Googe is the one that came up with that.
Oh, she's the one that did the
She figured
metadata.
out
Yeah.
the metadata for the New York Times.
Yeah.
She's gonna go down in history books for this case.
Not any. She's like hiding in a ditch somewhere.
She's
Wait.
not. She's a
Oh.
huge audience. She covered
Yeah.
the Karen Reed case.
I have
She
absolutely
did?
no idea what's going on. And who the heck is a goosh?
Same.
A gooch?
Same.
Is that what we're
No,
saying?
no.
A
She-
gooch?
no, no, no.
Gooch?
So she did something.
Like your face.
A gooch. No, her name is Googe. Gooj.
Could you say that one time real slow for me?
Googe.
Oh,
I
okay.
like Googe a lot.
I gotta go.
And those that
I
are
don't
really,
know Googe. I just know she blocked me.
Well, because you talked
did you
crap
do?
about her. That's what,
What did
happens.
I say?
You said I don't care about Googe.
I
Honestly.
don't.
Wait, that's not like an insult, though.
Right?
That's not like an insult.
I think she got mad at me because I covered the metadata, and then she was like, "You can credit me," and I was like, "I don't even fucking know you."
Yeah.
You're
And
a
then
creditor, though.
I
Yeah.
didn't know her. I didn't know the
Creditor
information
after.
came from her.
Yeah, but to be fair,
I didn't know
This
the
came-
information
This came from my gooch. It's an addendum. You're fine.
I didn't know that she was the one that originated, because what happens is no. What happens is Reddit takes pieces of information and they don't often credit, and sometimes we have like the Nickies that send us information, and then I'm like, oh my god, thank you. So I think it came from the person that sent me the information. So then I share the information, not knowing that there was somebody else that was the originator of the information. So that's why I didn't credit anybody. And I was like, I don't even, and I think I said that on my show. I was like, I don't even know who this person is. And then she got mad at me in her comments, and I was like, I don't even know you. And then she blocked me.
I'm sorry. I just listened to you say she was the most triggered, and I gotta say, you're like really in the running here.
literally.
No,
Thank
no.
you,
She
Lauren.
goes looking for triggers. I try to avoid it. I do
Lauren?
get triggered, and I'm very reactive. And Donna knows
No,
that,
no.
and she gets
Yeah, I
me
get it.
fired up.
I'm just gonna wait until he calms down because I just wanted to say, rewind the tape.
I could listen
When
to more
he
of this,
literally
actually. I'm
just
fine.
said, he literally just said, no, I don't get triggered. Donna does.
No. That's
I'm
not.
seeing the veins
That's
pop out
not
of this
what I
guy's neck.
said. That's not.
Over
I said.
Googe.
I said Donna electively pursues content that's going to trigger her, and then she sends it to me. I get triggered, and I get very reactive.
Well, I like
But
Googe.
I don't pursue content that's going to trigger me, because then when I'm in, I'm in.
You've entered the trigger zone.
Yeah.
Everyone, take a deep breath. Well, I'll tell
That's
you,
what the audience calls Zacktivated, and that's why we have a whole
the
Zacktivated
Zacktivated
tour.
tour. You should have a drinking game at your live show.
We're gonna have a few drinking games.
Okay, because every single time that
I'm
Zack...
not sure if I'm gonna win or lose those. Depends on what the goal is.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, I will say, like, the issue is, now, Googe has never been on my trigger list because she's on the same side, or she was on the... She had to stop covering the case, to be honest. She had to stop covering Blake and Ryan early on because... Or Blake and Justin, I should say. Because it felt so intense. Because she does have more of, like, a very casual way. She's more of like a science girl, a data girl, and that's why she loved the Karen Reed case, because it was all about like the data and the numbers and the timeline and the whatever. And so when she found the metadata, it wasn't you necessarily I think she was mad at. There was a lot of be better stuff. And there have been so many chapters to this Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni story.
Be Better was a chapter, and he disappeared.
He started covering James Charles and like
Oh.
left
Oh, that's right.
Blake and Ryan for
He
a
kind
bit.
of looks like James Charles.
Nah.
Like related, no? Like brothers, cousins?
He tried to cancel James Charles.
Oh, why? Because he's like, predator.
Well, there was a lot.
That was a great description.
I don't go into that corner of TikTok that much. But you guys, if you really go back to December when this started, did you start covering it day one?
No.
When did you start jumping in?
Sometime after the lawsuit against the New York Times in California came out.
What was the moment? Was it the fat shaming? Was it the breastfeeding?
Which fat
Was
shaming?
it-
Because I've gotten a lot of that online.
not
No,
against you.
wait, because that was her biggest allegation, was that he asked for
Yeah,
her weight.
no, that was stupid. It's
But usually it's like it's a breastfeeding, or it's one of the claims that you're just like, or the birthing video. I feel like is the biggest one for most people.
There was not like any one thing that I was just like read her complaint. I was like, oh, Blake Lively. I'm gonna read her lawsuit. That was it. So, and then I was like, oh, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What? This guy's crying in her trailer because she's too ugly or fat or whatever? I'm like, that's almost certainly not what happened. But, I'll keep an open mind.
I still sometimes want to go back and read her original complaint, like her
Still
original
there.
lawsuit, just to remember that she said that he was crying in her trailer.
Yeah.
Because fans said she looked ugly because her outfits were terrible.
And that's why he was crying.
Mm-hmm. For hours in a delayed production.
Hours. You know, what's so interesting to me, if you think about it...
Which, again, is not sexual harassment.
No. That's...
Reddit's being mean to you. Oh, that's not harassment.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's and if lately I feel like there's a lot of people that are coming up with all these receipts. There are so many times that people complained about the way she looked or thought bad things about the way that it was being presented just in the dailies or in the paparazzi pictures way before the movie came to fruition. I mean, I remember
Bushbirds. They go through all those comments and stuff.
Are you
Who
familiar
are the
with
Bushbirds? They were in my comments today.
They're funny,
okay, the Bushbirds. So what they do? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. They read people's comments, and so I didn't know about Bushbirds until I guess they read my comments on one of my videos, and everyone's like Bushbirds, Bushbirds. And I was like, who's a Bushbird? And then someone's like, they're bird watchers, and I was like, they just watch birds. But they read comments. That's their thing.
But they like dig into like the stuff from when the film was, the photos from the shooting was coming out, and like what people were saying about her at the time, and how they were not happy that she was cast and stuff like that. So they've got like a whole background series going.
You know what they need? You know what Justin Baldoni and team needs? If you weren't paying attention to, I mean, Zack's not even paying attention.
No,
now.
I was looking for this account. I was looking because I wanted to shout them out because Donna has 1 million followers. It's TV and Movie Addict, and so what I like that they've been doing.
I see them on Twitter, on X.
But what they've been doing lately is they've been going back on their feed and posting like videos from that time period where people were organically going on Reddit and TikTok and being like, Blake Lively's ugly in these photos. Like the organic play out of the content that was being posted to be like, this was organic. This wasn't anybody paying her.
And that is their account on X.
Yes.
TV and Movie Addict, but they're also on YouTube.
Oh.
No, because I saw Bushbirds on my YouTube comments
Bushbirds
today.
is a YouTube channel. Oh, separate YouTube channel.
Bushbirds is a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But TV and film is separate.
Okay.
They're a different account.
Well,
I don't remember.
What Karen Reed had on her side was this account which was phenomenal, and it was called Microdots, and it was this guy, I believe his name, I'm going to say it wrong.
Turtle Time.
No, that's Turtle Boy. That's different.
Turtle Time?
Turtle Boy is a journalist who...
I know who Turtle Boy is,
Yeah, he really came to bat for Karen and made it like a public story, and he ended up getting arrested and going to jail because they arrested him for witness tampering because he got so involved. It was so crazy.
Wow.
But so that's us next.
Oh, God.
We're going to jail.
What?
We haven't tampered with any witnesses.
I don't even talk to people.
You're the one that talks to everybody in Baldoni's camp.
Well, according to your bestie expatriarch.
Oh my God, that's his boyfriend, not his bestie.
Oh, that's true. That's true. According to his dreams on OnlyFans, right?
No, I don't mess with that guy at all. I don't talk to her about him really, except for now.
Yeah.
Well, okay, this is getting very in the weeds of internet rumor. But Microdots was this incredible account. It was actually a friend of Turtle Boy's, and a friend, I believe he went to school with the victim of the Karen Reed case. So he cared about justice, and he was an amazing editor. There you go, you're the editor. Since you know editing, so you can be Microdots here. And he created these incredible reenactments where he was able to do these kind of like going back in the night of and filming, like he would do these AI reenactments of what could have happened the night of and whatever. And I'm like, that's what Justin Baldoni needs, like someone to go back in the reenactments of what happened in the trailer and like what really went down so that those videos go viral. And they just like tell the truth of what really happened for Justin Baldoni.
Nobody died in this one, though, so it'd be just like some dude crying in a trailer.
Yeah, but over what the real story is, not Blake's fake story.
Okay.
So,
but her stories aren't even fake. Well, I mean, I guess some of them are a little colorful, but...
A little.
But
colorful.
Like, she's just like, he asked my weight, harassment. He cried in my trailer, harassment. He showed me a video, harassment. Like, it's just weird. Like, when you really pick apart her claims, you're just like, well, Where is the harassment?
What about the whole story about, I mean, right now the big battle is that we're dealing with the fact that his lawsuit obviously got dismissed. He did not amend
or appeal.
Today was the cutoff, right?
I'm a little shaky on that. I don't know.
That's what everyone said, that today was the cutoff to appeal.
I don't know. I've heard people say that, but at the same time, I think it was like those are certain circumstances that they would have to appeal based on the facts or something versus, and I'm not totally sure, so don't quote me on this. But apparently you can
quote Lauren, please.
Do not quote Lauren ever. Bad idea. But I know
wait till
I've
the
heard.
press starts quoting you all the time.
Oh, they did once when I was on your show, and it was the stupidest thing I've
what
ever
did you
said.
say, Daddy? Something?
You said something about you meant to say Scott Swift, and you said Travis Kelce. I said wrong, Daddy,
Oh my God! And you got quoted.
Yeah.
and the news picked that up. It was like, oh, this is my claim to fame now.
Wrong daddy. Lauren
Wrong
says wrong daddy.
Wrong Daddy. Yeah.
So you're not sure if today is the day?
I don't know. I've heard some people say they have to wait till like after the trial. I don't know if that's correct though. So I've just heard different conflicting stories. We'll have to ask Omar.
Oh, Omar, he knows it all, huh? Phone a friend.
He knows more than I
Phone
know.
a lawyer.
No, that's enough for me.
1-800 phone a lawyer.
No, I always ask Omar or Rachel. So
You're lucky you have these attorneys in your back pocket. I really wish I did.
I do too.
I really wish I did.
They're just not all YouTubers, but I talk to attorneys and journalists and people all the time just for like, even when the HR complaint stuff came out, like I was talking to people that work in Hollywood HR.
do
like,
they respond?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but they get paid so much per hour, so they just give you free advice all the time about.
Listen, when you know people, you know people.
Maybe they're pissed too.
Yeah,
They are
Maybe
kind
they're
of
triggered too.
Yeah,
they watch my content.
Maybe one of them is more triggered than either of you.
yeah. Maybe one of them has a bone to pick with
Yeah,
Gouge. So today, if he doesn't appeal and he doesn't amend, they're still at it though in some capacity with the Van Zandt.
Well, I think,
Jam
but in order for
schmuck.
him to appeal, didn't he need to find some sort of information that would have been like my understanding was the premise of the appeal was going to be that the case was thrown out before they were properly able to get through discovery, which is where they would have been able to find evidence to support their claims.
I'm just so unclear honestly.
Yeah.
I'm just so unclear on that. So I don't want to say anything wrong. So
Well, that's the thing about the legal stuff, you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm being honest when I say this. Like, I don't want to pretend that I know more than I do when it comes to legal, like, arguments. I really don't. I'm not an attorney. I've never, ever gone to law school. I've never tried to pretend I am, like, a legal person. People on Reddit know 10 times more than me when it comes to legal stuff. Like, sometimes in that it ends with lawsuits.
I can't go on that sub anymore.
No, that Reddit, what happened to that sub?
Yo, they do not like me anymore.
Well, I mean,
They don't like you?
Oh, I guess not. They're like, she's pathetic.
oh,
This
they
is
talk
cringy.
about you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they talked about me the other day when it got
they
into
talk
it
about
with
everyone.
that one
See,
girl.
I don't know how to use Reddit. That's why
He did both.
I don't.
That is what everyone says.
I literally don't know how to
You know
use
who also
Reddit.
used to say that?
Perez Hilton.
No. He's all over
He's
that.
all over Reddit.
I've seen Perez on Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves Reddit. SFT used to always say, I don't know how to use Reddit.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the people that are all over Reddit say they don't even know how to use Reddit.
Maybe they don't. Okay, Donna calls me, she's like, do you see this or do you know this person? Did you see that? And I was like, who's that? What are you talking about? Like, I'm so oblivious to so many things.
Lauren, I think Zack plays dumb.
No, I am.
Is that what you were going for with your response there?
I mean,
I don't know.
it wasn't
No, I am.
Okay.
This
No,
guy knows so much.
Yes,
He's so
I do,
smart.
but I'm just a little aloof to things sometimes. Like, I'm not constantly, like, I don't watch other creators. Not that I don't support them, but I've learned,
Bitch.
no, I've learned intentionally not to not watch other creators because then you get accused of stealing their content or stealing their idea. Like,
Yeah.
Gouge. Like, you're always getting accused of that shit. So
Poor
I
Gouge.
intentionally try not to get information from them. I try to do my own digging, or if people send me things, I try to do my own due diligence and make sure I understand it so that I'm not accused of knocking other people off, and then they still fucking get mad at you for that shit.
Zach's show comes before mine, and I will stop in maybe for 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
I really cannot watch the whole thing because we usually cover the same stuff.
Yeah.
And I am so petrified that I will talk the way he says things or
Yeah.
I'll say things. And sometimes I even do because we spend so much time on the phone together
Yeah.
that I feel like people think that I'm copying what he says. Now, I agree with that. Like, it's really important to have your own
point of view,
and your
because then you don't
own
even realize
take.
when you talk often or you watch content often, you pick up on certain vernacular or terms that other people use, and then again, you get accused of taking stuff.
Do not pick up on mine. You do not want to do that.
I said, come on in one time on my
I know.
show, and people were like,
You said, "Oh no."
I
come on
literally
in.
said,
Oh,
come
no.
on in, and someone was like, there you go. Lost her to Zach. She's officially trying to be Zach Peter. I can't even believe it. She's, oh my God, she doesn't have a personality anymore. I'm like, seriously?
That's a lot.
People really, truly can't handle it. Like, they don't want me to become you.
Yeah.
Well, get out of here.
I don't know if I'd want to see that either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Need some more facial hair.
But honestly, so the whole case of Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively is, it's, to me, I look at it like a wave, like a roller coaster, a wave. I get so over it. I get so sick of it. I get literally burnt out on it. Like, I don't even want to bring it up. Last week, I think I was there. I was like, remember we were kind of talking about
last week
it?
we had all the fucking Blake bots that were putting all their stuff. That's what's exhausting. Because then they were coming at all of us individually, personally, and it's just. But the thing is, because they had already that person on TikTok. I was going to use a different term. That one person on TikTok who was like, just wait, they're going to stop covering this. Look they're going to say they're bored of it. And then...
Why aren't you? Why aren't you bored?
Well,
Do something else.
It makes 8 TikToks a day.
Right.
But then
Jesus.
when you're coming at us and you're throwing all these allegations at it, like, it is exhausting. Then you're like, oh my God, I don't want to see this. Like, see, they're not talking about it anymore. Shut up back
I
there,
don't know if
yelling
they
at our
sound
kids.
exactly like that, but that's okay. We're trying.
It's pretty close.
It's like very deep voice.
I
very angry.
I don't fault people for having deep voices because, they can't help that. So you can help being a bitch, though. Sorry.
Yeah.
I said it again.
She said it.
It's
not
just
me.
a way to identify who we're talking about.
Huh.
That was all it was.
Sure.
But yeah, it was a very frustrating week. You know, sometimes these things, like a lot of times when we were covering Bravo a lot, certain shows that you cover, certain genres that you cover, like, get very toxic.
Yeah.
And this topic, I felt like it goes through these waves of like heavy toxicity. I remember a little while ago on X.
That was not very long ago.
Oh, yeah, you took a break.
Well, some people got a hold of my phone number.
Why? How?
So I don't want to draw attention to it, but it's subsided since then. But they were, I was getting lots of texts and emails to my old college email address and stuff calling me Shamu. It was like the craziest thing ever. It was so crazy, man. So crazy. I was like, do you guys have anything else to do right now? Like, get a job or something.
But you just covered like the legal side. You're not even that.
Well, I say some stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I say some stuff. I get it. But at the same time, don't be like texting and getting people's personal email addresses. Like, that's weird. And then at one point, some people were trying to like find my employer, and they were like, we're gonna get you fired or whatever. You're like, why are you shouldn't be working in mental health or whatever. And I no longer work there as of recently because I'm like traveling so much, it just wasn't working anymore. But I was like, my employers literally don't care. You sound like a lunatic. Like, please stop.
Yeah.
But it was a little stressful because I was like, why do you care so much?
Yeah.
Just turn the screen off. Like, it's not that hard.
It's kind of crazy how like intense I should say, like, or like personal people take all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we do too, but it, like, obviously look at Zack and Googe. I mean, we do take it really personal. Zack loses sleep over Googe, apparently.
I really don't. I really don't. I don't lose sleep over anything on the internet. I've been on the internet so long, it doesn't affect me anymore.
I've become much better.
I tell
too.
you, in time, like, it just eventually is like, okay, like, remember I sent you guys the screenshot of that one bitch, and she's just like, it was literally a photo about my progress on my body, and then she's like, too much Botox in your forehead. And I was like, you don't have to be a bitch, right? Like, that's a total elective choice that you're making. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean the wrong picture. I was like, what?
No, she said I meant to write it on Mickey Rourke's
Okay,
picture.
so that would track. I
but
don't
like,
know.
why Mickey Rourke on you?
And then, well, no, I had posted a photo of Mickey Rourke earlier, like at a previous time, and I was like, what happened to Mickey Rourke's face? But she didn't comment on that post. She specifically commented on the one of my pictures, like, too much Botox. And I was just like, That wasn't very nice, and it was very unnecessary. She's like, oh, no, I meant to write, damn, you look hot. I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, no, you did not mean to write that. You wrote what you meant, and you didn't expect me to respond, and you picked the wrong day.
Oh, you found my alt.
How much Botox do you get?
I didn't get Botox for a very long time. Well, no, I'll tell you. Well, yeah, no. So what it is it's not that it was too much Botox in my face. It's that I went to get my brows done by somebody new, and she did them a little too thin, and so yeah, when they're not filled in, which I was at the gym, so they weren't filled in, they do look a little Angry Birds-y. And so I don't, they do, and they refunded me and everything because the brows were so bad.
You have to draw them in?
Yeah. Because they are so thin and a little alarm. I look like an Angry Bird. Like I literally look like an Angry Bird.
Which one?
The red one. The only one.
Like the big red one or the
main
little
one.
red one?
I don't know. They're all Angry
Not
Birds.
the yellow one?
This is a gamer podcast all of a sudden. We're back to Gamerland.
Fortnite.
Do you guys want to see some Fortnite clips?
Do you play... What is Fortnite?
I'll show you.
Do you play Minecraft?
No, fuck that.
Do you play Roblox?
No, I'm not a child.
I don't know. They're all the same to me.
Yeah,
Do you play Grand Theft Auto?
No, I don't actually.
That's
I
one
play
where they hit the
Fortnite.
horse, right?
I play Fortnite. That's yeah, I play Fortnite.
Do you guys play Candy Crush?
Yes, so much.
Yeah, Lance is really into a game that I don't remember
last
what
time.
it's called. What do you play every night, babe?
Screw puzzle.
Not what you guys are doing.
Screw puzzle every night, all night. He's like
Screw puzzle. And who named that app?
a child.
Screw pin jam puzzle.
Screw pin jam puzzle.
I play Block.
I feel like that's somebody's stripper name or something.
Blockudoku
What the
every
fuck?
night. Blockudoku.
What is that?
It's just like one of those that gets your mind off things while you're watching, stupid TV.
I don't
love
remember
it.
the last time I played a video
I
game.
need to. It like calms my brain. I have I think I have like a touch of ADHD or something, so
You're
I
on the
can't just like
spectrum.
don't start.
Here's Reddit.
I mean, I got all of that, so we're good.
Don't start. You don't understand. Like I'm literally Zack is trying his hardest to get me canceled in some capacity.
I'll allow it.
Are you going to bring up politics next?
Oh,
How about
sure.
Israel? Like where are we going to go? Do you
Nope.
want to bring up something?
Negative. Not here. No, ma'am.
Wrong podcast.
I
Wrong
have to go to the
podcast.
bathroom again.
Wrong podcast. Didn't you know this was a trap, Lauren? We're just here to
I
talk about
did have a
really.
feeling this was a trap, but not that kind.
We're talking about really polarizing subjects.
You're
Back
gonna talk
to
about world
Fortnite.
issues? Do not talk to me.
Back to Fortnite.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. So
So other war.
I
Okay.
still don't understand. Oh, is it a war game? What is it like Call of Duty?
You kill people.
Okay, like Call of Duty.
Yeah, but like more cartoony
Got
and
it.
stupider.
So like Minecraft Call of Duty.
honestly, compared to like real life, it
go
seems
with
like a blast. Compared to the real world of like social media and intense stuff in the real world, Fortnite seems like a vacation.
I don't know. What
Yeah,
that
if you like to get shot in the face on vacation, absolutely.
Yeah, you never know.
What do you mean?
I
Oh,
don't
God.
know. I don't
Okay.
know. So wait, but before we were talking about birds of paradise, not birds of paradise,
Ma'am.
Angry birds. You
Where did you just go?
got called that you had too much Botox.
Yes.
But I think it's really interesting because I was talking just on my last podcast earlier about how people have just been so brazen on social media just to say
Yeah.
whatever the hell they want to our faces.
And you know, I don't care if I have too much Botox on my face. These people are fucking ugly. They don't even have profile pictures. So I don't care if they think I have too much Botox on my face. I am happy. Minus my eyebrows, I'm very happy with the way that I look.
I don't love my eyebrows either. I have a rogue eyebrow. I have one eyebrow that goes to a different land when I smile, so I have to get extra Botox on one side.
Oh, so do I.
I told Lance the other day how much money I spent on Botox for the first time ever because I usually pay for my other account.
How much do you pay for Botox?
We'll talk about it another time. It's not really for public consumption.
I don't give a shit about Botox.
That's going to be the next
You've never had?
business
You couldn't pay me to get Botox.
You've got great skin.
Business
That's true.
Insider exclusive. Podcasters making money to pay for expensive Botox bill.
What
you
happened-
weren't there for that.
What
when
happened
they were
to our
trying to
Business
get us
Insider
to
exclusive?
They were trying to get us to disclose all of our financials. They're like
Who is
this
they?
this reporter at Business Insider. He interviewed all of us.
Business Insider?
Yeah, he interviewed all of us.
This
and
was like month 2 of
Yeah.
this scandal.
to prove
good.
that we're like making all this money trying to take down Blake Lively. I'm like, sir,
He
I have dogs to feed.
interviewed Zack, he interviewed Dave Neal, he interviewed me, he interviewed
Well, who's to say
Kirsty.
you don't just like have a daddy or something? Like, why do you have to be making
Well, that's why
money
he
on
wanted
YouTube?
us to disclose our financials, and he wanted us to disclose our monthly financials with
And, like, where it's coming from,
November,
maybe?
the month before the Blake Lively case, and then the months following the Blake Lively case to see how much more we were making as a result.
And how
of
much
Blake
more
Lively.
are they making?
They're mad because they just have a fixed salary.
Well, Business Insider is not
And a-
posting, I don't think, about Blake Lively. I mean, I do not see Business Insider on my feed.
How much more is like any outlet making though? When all
I'm
this
sure
blew up?
Daily Mail, all of them are making getting more clicks because of Blake Lively
When Taylor
stories.
Swift shit came out, like
Yeah, I'm
crap.
sure every single one of them were getting more clicks. But you know what I noticed is that Blake Lively, the story of Blake Lively is done in terms of like press. Like it has not gotten one iota of press basically in the last like 3-4 weeks.
I mean, it has its moments. What's the
Candace Owens,
Candace
Perez
Owens,
Hilton's.
Perez Hilton.
That was the last big hit.
TMZ's thing about she's ready to be deposed. I mean, there's Daily Mail and TMZ. I feel like are the ones that cover it the most.
TMZ,
but the
she's
last
ready to be
big hit was
deposed. Oh my
probably
God.
Candace and Perez about her subpoenaing the.
What is the
controversy.
update on the subpoenas? Do you guys know? Like,
Perez
what is
has
the
been-
next step?
They're all
Perez has been
fighting to.
Fight it?
They're all fighting to turn over. I mean, Candace has said she's not turning over anything prior to the filing of the lawsuit. I believe Andy has said the same thing of like, there's no, I'll give you what you want, but only up until when you filed the lawsuit, because that's when you claim this alleged smear campaign happened, was last summer. In that May to August range is when she's claiming there was the smear campaign. But now she wants all their current documents, but it's like, that's not relevant.
And Perez never officially got subpoenaed?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to my knowledge either.
Is there a world where he's just like not telling anyone?
No.
Perez, Mr. Let me post an 8-minute video for every little bit of news. Which, listen, I don't have anything against Perez.
And also, by the way, it's not like we don't.
No, I don't post 8-minute videos. That's
I
why-
do. I'm a like a long-winded person.
No, you have to keep them under 3 minutes.
What?
Under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Where?
If you post more
You
than
talking
3
about, like,
minutes.
Instagram reels?
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about YouTube videos.
No.
Oh,
if
no,
you post
YouTube
it
long form.
over 3 minutes. It's a post and not a reel, and it's great and it's fine.
This is so confusing to me.
Yes, but it doesn't get the same reach if you post under 3 minutes.
I disagree.
No, it literally says that in the app.
I think I have seen that actually.
Yeah, it literally says that in the app. If you post a reel longer than 3 minutes, then it only goes to people that are following you.
Sounds
but if it's
familiar.
under 3 minutes, even gives you like a
Because then it doesn't show up in the reels tab.
correct.
Interesting. And then if you post it over 3 minutes, then if you show it up, okay, this is such like a BTS of creators land. But if you post because I usually take a TikTok or a reel, whatever, and I cross post, right? If you take it over 3 minutes and then you put it on YouTube, then it actually shows up on your feed as a real video,
As a video
which
rather
actually
than a
is
short.
better than a short financially.
Maybe financially, but in terms of reach, YouTube's trying to prioritize shorts.
But shorts make you
Really?
Business Insider just called me.
Business Insider
Which
is
is
like,
actually, I will say that guy was really stupid because a lot of,
Oh, good,
I mean,
okay.
even though there is a lot of like incorrect information about my financials on the internet, I actually looked it up and I was like, oh wow, there are actually some really like accurate numbers and figures that are on the internet that I'm like, if he really Googled it, he could have put together some relatively close ballpark frames.
about how much money you make.
Because of stupid conversations like this, where I'll just talk about things and then I realize it gets clipped out and it's like, Zack Peters says he made $250,000 off of Scandival.
Did
And I was
you?
like, can we not? I did say that, yes, but it wasn't specific to just Scandival.
And then you have the balls to sit here and say Tom Sandoval is not funny, and he made you $250,000. You should be kissing his feet.
He was supposed to come on my podcast and then he ghosted.
But that's Tom Sandoval. He ghosts everything. He doesn't even
Actually, it
know
was
what's going
Nick Viall's fault.
on. Do you know who Tom Sandoval is?
Yeah, Scandival.
If you show me his face, then probably. But if you just say a name, no, probably not.
He started
Scandival.
his podcast in this room.
Yeah,
did?
I don't know.
This is where he started his podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, it was right here.
I know who Nick Viall is.
What is Tom? Everyone loves Tom.
Yeah, everybody hates Tom.
Loves Tom. Hates Tom.
It was everybody hates Tom. And then he no longer does his podcast. Yeah, he did Nick Viall for. Remember, he was super late for that.
He did Nick.
Are you
Viall.
looking it up?
And then
Yeah, I've seen this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nick Viall wouldn't let him come on my podcast.
Why is that?
Oh, because he had an exclusivity.
Even though he agreed to do my podcast before he had agreed to do Nick's podcast. And then he agreed to do Nick's podcast, and Nick's like, no, he can't film that.
What do you think will
But
happen
that's how, he...
if this lawsuit continues and Blake Lively does not have proof of sexual harassment and retaliation, and she ends up losing the lawsuit, which is my...
She will say she's going to appeal it, and this is what's wrong with the court system, is that they protect men that, enforce Darvo and the systems against women, and we have to keep fighting to protect women because women need, support with the legal system, and this is, all misogyny.
She'll stand like on a pedestal outside the courtroom. I almost did I was like, is this a Nazi? Like I'm always nervous. Every time I put my arm up, I imagine her standing up there with like a flag, like
the torch.
The torch.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What do you think would happen if she lost?
I mean, she would keep going on like she won, I guess. Like she did after that case was dismissed, and she said it was because of the amicus briefs and all that, and she championed it as a victory for women who are sexually harassed and stuff like that. She doesn't care about reality at all, as long as she can
spin it.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is a world where she ever, no matter what, even if they say there is absolutely no proof of sexual harassment, no proof of retaliation here in plain sight, there is absolutely no proof, is there a world where she ever says, I may have misread the situation?
No.
Her reputation, or what she feels her reputation is, depends on her not doing that. So no.
Yeah, she would have had to have done that already. I said from the beginning what she should have done is just been like, look at, I believed, is kind of thrown Stephanie Jones under the bus and said, listen, she came to us.
Yeah.
She presented the text messages. She told us that this was the plan. We believed her, so we believed that there really was a retaliation campaign, and we didn't know any better. Mm-hmm. That's the only way and then to be like, and listen, and on set, I did feel all of these things, but I just had a baby. I was hormonal. I was insecure. I wasn't my right self. I had postpartum anxiety, whatever she wants to frame it as, to just make it clear that she wasn't in the right frame of mind during production. And then to pass the buck off to Stephanie Jones, I felt like that was her only way out of this, but she seems to be going all the way.
It's really insane. I mean, insane that it's here. I just never, ever thought we would be this far into it, but it looks like we're going all the way. But I've never actually seen how a judge can actually prove sexual harassment. That is, or a court case can prove sexual harassment. That is a very, very hard proof.
I think that's why she's leaning so much on this retaliation campaign. Mm-hmm. But again, it's an untraceable retaliation campaign, alleged retaliation campaign. It's untraceable. So it's what are you going to get a ruler and trace it back? What does she think she's going to do to prove this to the jury?
And the subpoenas for Andy and for Candace, and I feel pretty confident saying this out loud, especially because we know Andy personally, I feel pretty confident, if they eventually do see all of their stuff, I think that they're pretty confidently I can say they're not going to find anything.
No, there's nothing to find.
I mean, there's no way. Candace Owens didn't get interested into this case until way after.
Yeah, until this year, 2025.
Yeah, I remember the first day that she got excited about it. We were all like, whoa, Candace Owens is talking about this? There's no way she was holding on to this, just waiting for this big reveal.
No, and there's no way she got tipped off by Friedman, who's like, hey, you should cover this case, girlfriend. No.
No way, because I don't think ultimately Justin Baldoni would have ever wanted Candace Owens to get involved.
Or Megyn Kelly. He didn't. These were all the people.
Megyn Kelly maybe a little bit less because that's Brian Friedman's connection. They would have had that conversation.
These are the people that if this was an orchestrated smear campaign, they picked the wrong fucking people that Baldoni would ever want to be associated with. He's so far left and so, end misogyny and end toxic masculinity. It's funny, I made a joke and this got picked up in the press. I was because
Daddy?
Sarowitz closed the foundation. And I was like, yeah, now they're bring back toxic masculinity. They've seen what the effect of what they were preaching.
Yeah.
And then that was the headline. Zack Peters says, bring back toxic masculinity. And I was like, no, that's not, it was a joke.
But seriously, listen how sad that is. This man did everything that these women want men to do.
Right.
I believe women. I will never not believe a woman, even if it's against me. I trust women. I listen to it. I mean, this is like a dream for any woman out there that wants men to like be on the same.
I wonder what ex-patriarch would do if there were false allegations put out about him.
He'd have to believe them.
Yeah, he would have to like suck it up and be like, yeah, I did that.
Take it laying down.
What they're expecting Baldoni to do, because that's Baldoni's position, is he was very much like believe women, champion women. You know, he wanted the film to be, you know, shown through a female gaze. Like he was very much about that and not, you know, being anti-toxic masculinity. And it came back to really bite him in the butt, because look at how much power he gave Blake. And I think it was because he wanted a woman to really have her touch on this movie, you know, because it is such a important story for a survivor that happens to be a woman in this case, that like, you know, and it's a female written book. Like he gave her so much power, and it ultimately was weaponized against him. And it's like, what is a man in this world supposed to do? Like, do you stand up to her and be like, I'm the director? And then she's like, oh my God, Scooter Braun put me in the corner. Like, you know, like there's no winning at this point.
I mean, what Paul Feig, Bang Bang, did, I always say Bang Bang because of Elsie. What Paul Feig did was, it sounds to me like he kind of laid down how he wants the movie to go, but also said, Blake, you're at it, like you can do whatever you want. You can totally do it, it's all you. But also didn't, maybe the only difference between Paul Feig and Justin was like there was the lack of kind of like a, I don't know, what do you think the difference was on the set in terms of why they worked together well and there was no connection between Justin and Blake in terms of...
I think Justin's more of a creative, you know, and I think he had a very different vision, and I think they clashed on the vision. Whereas I think Paul Feig would just be willing to give Blake whatever he wants. And obviously Paul Feig is somebody that likes more of a campy film, and so that's a little easier than something that's as serious as like It Ends With Us, where the subject matter is a little more heavy, and like obviously Baldoni had ties to the No More organization, so he had his own vision for it that was very important to him while he was trying to appease Blake Lively. Whereas when you're doing a simple favor or another simple favor, you're all kind of just shooting the shit and taping dumb silly scenes.
It's almost like they just were not speaking the same language. Like they were not on the same wavelength. Justin Baldoni is much more, I hate to say it, but just has much more depth than Blake Lively, I feel like, ever did. And Ryan Reynolds as well. Like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are so surface. Yeah. Just in their communication and in their jokes and their perineum bullshit and like,
oh God,
you know, like just all their comedy.
Imagine saying that about the perineum and then being like, "Oh, you're sexually harassing me."
Yeah.
Well, what are you talking about?
What would ex-patriarch do if Ryan Reynolds sent him a text message, since he was so offended by my OnlyFans joke that was publicly on X for everybody to see? He should be so offended by a Ryan Reynolds perineum text message. Again, these people have such double standards. They're such fucking losers. Yeah, I said that. Ex-patriarch, come for me.
He's never been so happy to get...
Don't come for me. I'm a lesbian.
Dude, don't come for me. I'm married.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. See, that'll get turned. You said come for me. Ugh.
Why is he hitting on me again?
Zack Peter in the headlines tomorrow. Zack Peter.
Zack Peter's
Zack Peter sexually harasses other male creator.
Don't. God forbid. Oh my gosh. So last night, there was an episode of The Valley, which is a show that you don't watch, Lauren. Right?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You knew that.
Zach, did you?
I've seen clips, but I haven't watched the full episode yet.
Okay, there's a girl on the show. Her name is Janet. She is the most most unlikable person on the show. And there's a guy on the show, and his name is Danny. And he's been known. They've kind of created the storyline. He's a family man. He's a church-loving man. He's married to his beautiful wife, and they have four very, very young kids. And he's been known to enjoy throwing back a few drinks here and there. And they're trying to kind of Janet, the specific girl, has tried to kind of make this storyline this whole season that he's this like drunk mess. There is a lesbian. You should know now. You should relate.
We all know each other. So.
Mike, honey, my love, get close to the mic.
We all know each other.
Bring it close to you. Sit back, but bring the mic.
I'm tired of sitting up here.
Bring the mic with you. Bring it.
Is this better?
My husband's gonna get mad if you don't bring the mic
Oh,
with
God
you.
forbid. I don't want to make Lance mad. Now I'll pay attention. Sorry, man.
Okay. So Janet, there's a girl, Jasmine. Now she is, like I said, a lesbian, and the reason why I bring that up is because they were, I guess, out drinking a few months back, and Danny, this straight married man, had a few drinks and grabbed her ass, the lesbian woman, and I guess she didn't love it, and she mentioned something to him. And he apologized. And then I guess she was holding on to it, and then he apologized again. And this is all on camera. He's apologized, sat down with her, apologized. And on last night's episode, this Janet, this other girl who's just horrible, throws out on the show, well, he sexually assaulted Jasmine. And Kristen Doty, who's another one on the show, was like, I am done. I will not have this conversation anymore. The fact that you're saying that on camera with people watching, sexual assault. And the truth is, if you look up the definition,
Sure.
it is, right? But it's so wild how easy people can just throw these words out. This is a father, a young father. He has 4 young babies. Clearly, he wasn't out to sexually assault. Like, that was not the intention. With his friend, who happens to be a lesbian, there was no sexual, intention, I don't believe, in that moment. It was probably buddy moment. Totally went too far, fine, but he apologized multiple
That
times.
stuff happened on it actually happened on camera? Or
We
they
didn't
just
see it
talked
on
about-
camera.
Okay.
It was just like a memory.
Try to see that for context, but I guess you can't.
No, you can't see it. But Jasmine, the person whose butt was grabbed, she's not the one that called it sexual assault. It was another girl that just threw it out there for her.
Sure.
This is like the fear, I feel like, how easy it is for someone to just throw these words out there. And a man's life is now forever tainted with, perineum.
I wasn't going there, but now
But
we
you
are.
can't how can you hear the word taint and not think perineum now?
Well, I don't know.
Thanks,
I'm not
Ryan.
a weirdo. Thanks.
Well, Ryan did this to us. But I don't know. I'm sitting with my husband in the same room. He works on TV shows all the time. How easy is it for someone, God forbid, to have to do that to him or Zack? You got called it basically the other day on Twitter
for my joke about OnlyFans.
It's so,
which again, the characterization of it was first he's like, look at this tweet that he sent. he's saying that he's gonna, the joke for reference and for context was, who are all these Blake bot accounts, and I shared a collection of their profile pictures. I was like, who are all, why are my mentions and notifications blowing up with all these people that are commenting about me and my commentary about this case? I go, they're so obsessed with me, I should just create an OnlyFans account for them. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, look, he's saying he's going to create revenge porn, and he's going to, da-da-da-da. And I was like, no, I was like, because the joke went over your head because you're a fucking moron. The OnlyFans joke was an OnlyFans about me, and I was going to create it so that you guys could sign up for it. And they're just like, oh, so now you're going to send us unsolicited nudes. And I was like,
unsolicited?
I was like, do you know what how OnlyFans where you have to pay and subscribe for it?
Even in your fantasy
check,
and then the narrative shifted again, because then they're like, oh, so now you're writing fan fiction about us, wanting your nudes and signing up. I was
you
like,
should just write some terms and conditions, make
I
them
was
check a box or something.
But this is what they do. They continue to mold it into something else to still make it seem creepy, but then they make it so confusing that you get lost in the tangled web of it all, that then it's just
you don't know how to get out of it.
You don't know how to get out of it, and it's just the allegation and the words, what did they say, creepy and predator, and those are the words that they put out there, and that's just the association. And they're like, see, all the people defending Baldoni are creepy and predatory, and look at he was trying to give me unsolicited nudes. I was like, should you ever be so fucking lucky, loser?
Yeah. No, seriously. And I'm still stuck on your Botox and your Angry Birds eyebrows. I mean, the things that are out there about you. But it's true.
I mean, there's so much out there about me.
But it's true. It's very, it's like kind of a scary time. I hate to put it only on men, but I guess women can also get a sexual assaulter, but it's just not, or a sexual harasser, but it's just not as scary for a woman, I think, than as it is for men.
I think it's the other side of the coin. They get accused of being a liar or being,
that was me.
or well, like saying that they're making false allegations, right? Like what they're trying to say Blake and Amber Heard were, oh, these are innocent women that were trying to come forth against these predators, and they were called liars. And so I think that's the fear
Or
for
misogyny, like misogynist, right? Like we're getting, the women out there are getting a lot of misogynist.
It's a totally watered down concept at this point. It means nothing
Yeah.
when people say you're a misogynist, and that sucks because like you
Yeah.
can't actually really talk about that real issue anymore because it's like you're just saying misogyny because you don't like someone.
Yeah. Well, that's how it was with like racists. They're like, you're racist. Like that was like, we've overused these terms that have real weight to them. But then when you use them, you just kind of water down that argument overall, which is then unfortunate because then the real misogynists or the real racists or the real whatever you want to call, whatever predators, it gets so diluted because then it takes away the legitimacy. But then you have those people that then fight to be like, no, well, I'm calling you that because this is it and this is what you are. And they like try to double down on it. And all it does is continue to make it worse for, people that are actually those things.
Yeah. It's the world of the social media kind of like being able to shout it out, and it's scarier when you can be on a TV show and people can say it in such a big audience in 2 seconds. Like that. Or Blake could just say it like that and it's over. And I'll never forget when I was on Billy Bush's show and he said that. He said, the second you put the word sexual for a man, it's over.
Yeah.
If she just said workplace harassment, different.
You're also going to, you automatically seed in the minds of so many women who have been through horrible things that experience for them. And so they automatically get a lot of people automatically get kind of the ick when you put that word in there. And it's like, oh God, ew. I remember when someone did that to me. So automatically there's like almost, I feel like, not for everybody, obviously, but for a lot of people, there's going to be that preconceived kind of feeling of just like, ew, gross, this person must be terrible and disgusting.
Yeah.
So.
It's very hard to get rid of that once it's out there. And now he's been marinating in it now for months and months and months. And it's like, really, it's like become part of who he is.
And listen, I said this from the very beginning, the second the New York Times article dropped, that was the real untraceable smear campaign, because once you attach those words together and then it's under the guise of what most people would expect to be a credible news source like the New York Times, that's forever going to stick. And you can see that with the Blake bots online. They're so determined to prove that he's a predator. They're always, the people that are still so diehard to prove Johnny Depp is a predator, even though he won his defamation case, like it's always going to be there and they're never going to get away from it. And someone like Justin Baldoni, who never peaked in Hollywood, will now forever be shunned by Hollywood. He will forever be, his reputation is done because it's always going to have that association with him. No matter how many of us can believe him or want to fight for justice for him, it's done and it's always going to be there. Billy Bush was a perfect example. He got canceled for that, or even Armie Hammer. Look at Armie Hammer. People forever believe that he's an assaulter and a cannibal and all of these things.
I actually don't know anything about Armie Hammer except that he's accused of being a cannibal.
Literally, you can't think of Armie Hammer without thinking of cannibal.
I know nothing else about the man.
But that's all people now know. And if you actually look at his case, he was exonerated in all of that. And the woman that was accusing him ended up having to retract everything because then they found out she was stalking his family. And like, that was so layered. But most people, anytime I reference Armie Hammer, they're just like, oh, cannibal. He was eating women. And like, they think he's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right?
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's actually a very damaging situation. And I hope that you're wrong, that he'll never be able to come back. I hope that in his case, rather than Armie Hammer, I do think he'll have a lot more people's support than Armie Hammer ever did. Yeah. But I know what you mean. And I hate saying that out loud, but I know what you mean.
Look at Johnny Depp. He won his case. And he still has that. And you still have those same Blake bots.
But Johnny Depp also was such a mess.
Yeah, he was.
It's not like he was perfect. No, he wasn't like this great guy.
I think they had a very toxic relationship, and I don't think he was a perfect guy by any means. But he's always going to have that association. Billy Bush, who I feel like has been exonerated at this point, who did nothing wrong other than laughed in a conversation, still has that association.
He does. And people really still, if they're not Trump fans, they can't stand Billy Bush for the most part. And I really do have to like fight a lot of people when I say I like Billy Bush, because if they don't like Trump at all, then they think Billy Bush is Trump for some reason. Like they connect him. But he's doing pretty damn well. He got his job back on Extra. He left, but he got his job back.
He forever has that stink on him.
Yeah, but you know what? His mental health is better. Like, he got out of it and he got better. So that's the hope, is like at some point there will be some sort of a uptake, but it really comes down to this court case, and it really comes down to his innocence. And I think that God forbid he gets a guilty sentence to this. That would be...
Do you think that's a realistic world that we would reach?
Not with the jury.
Not with the jury. I mean, when you put all the... Because I think about, there is so many times when the Blake bots get in your head and they confuse it with all the details, you're kind of like... You're like, shit, is this a losing game? Like, are we, and I know we've had this conversation, like, are we on the right side of this? And then, but it's like when you take yourself out and you look at it objectively and you look at just her 17-point list, which she's so
just
heavily relying on
feelings,
it, you're just like, but no. And like, when you can discredit 3 of those things, the breastfeeding, the intimacy coordinator, the pornographic birthing video, like, then you're like, okay, if 4 of these things just seems so grossly mischaracterized, then how is there any legitimacy to any of them? Right. Because if there was legitimacy to one of them, you wouldn't need to add in the fat shaming and the crying in the trailer. Like, you wouldn't need to add all of these other things. Because crying in the trailer is not harassment, or the talking about her dead dad, not harassment. You know, like, there are so many things that she lumped into this that, again, are not sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you guys, as we wrap up our live here, I know that Zactivated is coming up this weekend. So exciting. I'm so sad. I'm going to have
you're
FOMO.
You're in Chicago.
Well, that's coming up on the 27th. So if you guys haven't bought tickets to Zactivated, obviously he's all over the place. You're going to Arizona. Are you okay? Are you crying?
Sorry, no. Yeah, thank you. I'm so emotional.
He's going, okay, say all the dates again.
Dallas, July 11th, Phoenix, July 13th, Philly, July 23rd, Chicago with Donna Bowling on July 27th, then New York City on August 3rd, Seattle, August 8th, and Los Angeles, August 10th.
And then, of course, August 23rd is Dosers Live here, not in this room, but here in this location.
Are you gonna bring them into the studio to be like, look at this is where the magic happens?
At F22 Studios, Lance was like, "Hello, shout out F22 Studios, my husband's amazing studio." F22 Studios, my husband's amazing studios, where they have sound stages and all the gear available for your rental needs. Yeah, and we're all gonna do the sprinkler. Oh, can you imagine it? Do you not watch my show? Lauren seems so confused.
Not confused, disgusted.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Lauren.
I actually have no idea what you're doing, though. I'm sorry. I usually have to cut out because of work, so I don't get to see the
That's
end.
the beginning.
Is it?
That's literally the beginning of my show.
I literally see like 10 to 15 minutes tops.
How caught did she just get? That's the beginning of my show.
I don't see the beginning or the end.
I'm going to, when we get in my car right now, I'm playing the song.
You have seen me in your chat.
I am playing.
You know I'm in the chat. But I know I don't watch the beginning or the end.
Do you know Welcome On In?
Huh?
That's, wow.
I think I do.
He
that
does,
does
I think Lauren doesn't support us.
No.
I think we support other creators and she doesn't support us.
That's just a bunch of bullshit.
I know she always has on Omar, but how often has she invited us?
That's so. I don't think I've ever once been on your show.
Because it's on the fly. I don't schedule things.
But why does Omar always get on there?
Because he's always available late at night when I'm doing it.
Late at night with Omar. Okay, you guys.
I'm literally in bed by 8
He's
o'clock.
like 9 p.m. I'm like, that's midnight my time, but okay.
Well, you guys, as we're leaving for today, make sure to check out Lauren at Court of Random. Which camera am I looking at to close out? Single. Make sure to check out Lauren at Court of Random Opinion. Make sure to check, and it's just Court of Random Opinion, right?
Just don't watch the beginning or the end of the stream.
Definitely don't watch the beginning, because then you're going to know her. Don't watch the end. Just make sure to watch the middle and say, I came here from Daily Dose of Donna. And then make sure to check out Zack Peter at No Filter with Zack Peter. Go to Zactivated. Check out all of his live shows. Go to Dosers Live. And because, you just have to know the song.
What?
This is Donna's song.
That's okay. I've heard that. Yes, I've heard that. I don't know what this is, though. This is insane.
You gotta sprinkler. Come on.
What is this? Please help me. Yeah, no, I'm so.
All right, bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.